Good morning. It is December 9th, 8:42. It's Pete Gustus with the Small Business Resource Center, YouTube channel with a update on everything from business, stocks, investment related news, coronavirus news, and vaccine updates. If you need help with anything like that or an employment PUA, comment below. Let me know what you need help with. That's what we're here to do. Also, if you're interested in stock trading, you deposit $100 in an account, you can get up to 4 free stocks, which is great. And if you're just learning, you actually can just click the link, learn how to trade with a paper trading account, and then in the future, if you decide you want to invest, you can invest and you'll take advantage of that offer by clicking on the link below. So, of course, today we're going to review coronavirus vaccine stats, the vaccine update, stock market update, election update, stimulus package update, and, that's a CARES Act / HEROES Act. Friday, December 11th, Congress is leaving for recess, and they won't be back till after the new year. That can create a problem because there's a federal aid package that needs to be passed for the federal government to keep operating, and the coronavirus stimulus package needs to pass. Right now, there's a bipartisan committee, and it seems like everybody, and this is a repeat from the same videos since July, knows that they need to increase and get a stimulus package out there. Sorry for the laughter, but I feel like a broken record sometimes, and I know a lot of other YouTubers are like that, but for me it's like mind blown. Both parties want stimulus checks. Mitch McConnell, in a video yesterday, he said that they are going to be passing the stimulus package before recess, which is Friday. He said they know if they don't do it, the economy is going to be doing very, very bad. So he said they are going to do it. Currently, there's a $906 billion counter proposal from President Trump, Mitch McConnell, and Steve MnNuchin. The Democrats proposed a $9.8 billion package. So you got to realize that there's differences in the packages. It's not just a dollar amount, but it's where the money's going. I'll explain all that. But this $9.16 billion package includes a stimulus check for every person, every child, every dependent of child's. But it does seem like it does exclude adult senior dependents and some other people. I want to keep in mind that the $108 billion bipartisan agreement that the Democrats proposed did not have stimulus checks in it. And that's why a lot of people were upset that actually understand and follow the rules. And I know some of you are in the channel because when I made my video, I made it very quick and I had comments that said, this one doesn't have any stimulus checks in. The Democrats actually proposed that. So, you gotta, in my opinion, know what's being proposed, because people constantly think that their side is helping them while it's the other side, which are the devils. But, okay, so right now they're saying that they want to get rid of the pandemic unemployment weekly boost that's in this current package, because they want people to actually go back to work. But the economy and unemployment seem to be doing better. And the only thing that I have to say about that is a simple fact that in some areas they're actually getting worse, like California, Washington. In Pennsylvania, the governor actually stated that he may start imposing more restrictions again. They've already restricted some businesses, so I don't think that's really fair in my opinion. I think if you follow safe practices from the CDC, they should allow businesses to operate because Walmart's open and all these other businesses are open. Thousands of people are going in, but for some reason when it comes to your small business, they want to limit the number of people there. Doesn't make sense to me. But, I don't know what your thoughts on that are. Feel free to comment below if it doesn't make sense to you either. 2 key points. The Republicans and for the Democrats are the money for state and local governments and business protection liability. The reason why these are two big key points, and this is why the stimulus packages have not been being passed since July, August. These are actually the two key points. The Republicans are not in favor of giving huge amounts of money to state and local governments for things that are not COVID related, where the Democrats are actually trying to give huge amounts of money to state and local governments that are blank checks that they can do virtually anything they want with. So that's one of the big points why this hasn't passed a long time ago. Number two is the liability protection. Republicans want a 5-year liability protection for coronavirus-related issues if a business takes reasonable action to prevent problems. So obviously, if you have a business that does nothing, yes, you could sue them if something happens. But if you have a business that follows the general guidelines that they're expected to keep people safe for whatever social distancing, then they would be absolved from any liability when it comes to coronavirus, because of course this is a virus. It's in the air, you can't really stop any from being sick all the time probably. So the Republicans want 5-year protection, but the Democrats only want 6 months of protection. So these are the biggest points of contention on why stimulus didn't pass months ago, and there's still points of contention now. Other things that are important are the retroactive unemployment pay and the pandemic unemployment. They have been taken in and out, and the amounts have been going up and down from $600 to $300 to $150 a week to zero, of course, when they're taken out. And some people want this extended to the end of March 2021, and other people, they do not want it retroactive, and some want it retroactive till September when they ended the program. So when it comes down to it, these are the reasons why we don't have a quick and easy stimulus passing right now. So if you didn't see my video on election fraud, there's actually a website that says, here's the proof for election fraud. You can actually submit information there if you know of any proof that's not on the list, or maybe you were involved in and you want people to know about, because obviously, something could happen to you or a friend, or maybe you were a poll worker and said, hey, I was involved in this and I shouldn't have been. You could actually post anonymously. I'm going to have a link in the video for that election fraud information if you didn't see that video, or if you want to watch the video, find out more, and report something or learn about it. There's nothing wrong with learning. That's how I get by too. Trump's legal team has been struck down in Pennsylvania and Michigan for moving forward on election fraud. Judges said they're unwilling to decertify over 2 million votes that Trump's legal team is asking them to. So on the counterpoint, you got to look at Trump's legal team. They're showing proof and evidence of potential election fraud and saying these votes should not be counted, but the judges are saying that they are unwilling to decertify votes where the regulatory body is saying they're legal votes. So of course he got shot down. While in Texas, they're attempting to sue Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin over the 2020 election. Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton is asking the Supreme Court to intervene. He's stating that the votes and the problems here have tainted the election. And like in Pennsylvania, they changed the election rules right before the election. Technically, that's illegal. They also changed things that go against the Constitution that potentially allowed fraud, and they allowed votes to come in after the election's over. So there's a lot of little problems here that are being cited by not just Trump's legal team, but of course the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, which they're saying that this needs to, this has to go to court. You can't allow this to happen. So some Republicans have sided with the Democrats that are saying, they should not be investigating this. I personally don't agree with that, and I understand some people get upset when I give my opinion, but I'll tell you it's my opinion. Illegal votes should not count. Anything illegal. Somebody who's not legal to vote, somebody who put in fake ballots, I think all these people need to be prosecuted. And I think if any of them were poll workers, especially if you participated in illegal voting fraud, you should no longer ever to be allowed to vote. You should not be able to work as a poll worker. And if you're, especially in the government, you should be sued big time, and you should never be allowed to hold any position of government if you participate in voter fraud. I mean, seriously, if you disagree, comment below. I don't understand how people think that participating in voter fraud is like no big deal. Okay, the next point. Trump is signing an executive order to ensure all Americans have the coronavirus vaccine first. They said the vaccine should be broadly available by April or May 2021, but for the first doses and for the companies that are in America, Trump wants the Americans to be helped before other nations. See, that's what Trump's all about. He's always tried to make sure that he's taking care of his own people before he's helping other countries. And other countries actually are working on vaccines too. I understand if you're an American, you're watching this, and I do have about 1 or 2% of people in other countries watching this. Thank you very much. So I'm not against anybody in other countries, but Trump has always said we need to help America first. And other countries would probably be doing the same, helping their own people before looking at the bottom line and saying, well, we can make more money if we sell somewhere else. December 9th, coronavirus stats. Give me a second, all this talking. Plus, that's only my first cup of coffee. I'm usually 3 or 4 deep by now, but I've been so busy. In Pennsylvania, 442,528 people have got the coronavirus or reported that they did. 11,592 deaths. In the United States, they had 15,248,582 confirmed cases with 288,583 deaths, and 7,090,794 infected people recovered. Globally, there were 68,321,808 confirmed cases, 1,559,092 deaths, and 44,051,723 affected people recovered. That seems like a lot when you're looking at those numbers. But I think globally, when they were showing the percentages, and I don't know why the website took it off, it was like 0.2 or 0.02%. So take that for what it is. I think they like the high numbers, not a low percentage. In Florida, this is what I think is really important news. Rebecca Jones, a former data scientist, had her home raided in Tallahassee. She created and maintained the state's coronavirus website. She states that she was asked to manipulate numbers to make the coronavirus tolls look worse than they were. When she refused, basically they got rid of her and then they raided her home. I'm just telling you what the news said, not saying she's right or wrong. But when the governor has the FBI raid someone's house for not changing numbers on a website, I don't know. You can decide. What do you think? Okay, the first person to get the coronavirus vaccine, which was yesterday, was a 90-year-old lady named Margaret Keenan from Northern Ireland. She got the Pfizer vaccine, which does require 2 doses, 21 days apart, for 95% efficacy, which means 95% chance that you will not get the coronavirus after you get these shots. Pfizer has verbal approval that they meet the FDA guidelines for emergency use authorization. Tomorrow, December 10th, is the FDA advisory meeting. Pfizer is expected to be approved tomorrow. Moderna actually applied for approval also. I'm not sure if they're getting approved tomorrow at the same time too, or if it may take longer, because they did put their application in a few days or a week later after Pfizer. At the time of this recording, Pfizer stock was currently $42.56 a share, up 3.81%. BioNTech was 128 and 11 cents per share, up 1.92%. Moderna stock 169.86 per share, up 6.48%. Of course, I'm a Pfizer bull. This is for information only and entertainment purposes, not advice to buy or sell any stock. When I look at the numbers, I see that Pfizer should probably have the lion's share of the sales. They're a bigger company. Bigger stocks, large caps, they tend to move slower, and the smaller companies tend to move faster. So I see, even though Pfizer is not probably going to have not even half the sales, Moderna is only going to have half the sales of Pfizer most likely, their stock has gone way up, where Pfizer's has only gone up a little. So sometimes that leads me to say, is it better to be right and say I'm investing in Pfizer because I know they're going to make more money, or should I invest in the smaller company because I'll make more money in the stock market? And I don't know what's going to happen when the approval happens, but it's been my speculation that the Pfizer stock is going to start going up very, very fast. So who knows exactly, but I already told everyone what I'm doing just because I'm 100% transparent. I don't believe in lying, but I'm also not going to hide the fact that Moderna stock has almost doubled since November when they were at their lowest point, of course. And Pfizer stock, of course, has not almost doubled. They've only gone up like 10%. So what's going to happen tomorrow and in the near future, I don't know. And the only cautionary word I'm giving is the simple fact that I watch a lot of different economists, and some of them are saying it could be January, February, March, we could have a dip or a crash in the stock market. And the main reason is because everything that's going on, even if the vaccine's approved, they do not have enough doses to distribute. And with some of the states and cities or counties already starting some lockdown procedures and pulling back on regulations that are promoting businesses, Pennsylvania being another state, which has already stated that they may be doing that very soon, and they're watching that. So our governor has stated that. If they start doing that again, a similar thing which happened last time is they're going to restrict travel, they're going to restrict a couple other things, and then boom, these markets may be going down. The stock market, not just the stock market, the whole economy may be going down again. I also have a video if you are in Pennsylvania and you have a liquor license or restaurant with a liquor license. It's very important to subscribe right now because I'm making a video. It'll be out later today. It is the 9th, and it needs quick action because if you have a liquor license, you need to watch the video. It's important. Or if you know somebody, you'll want to share the video. It's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. The like button helps with the algorithm, and this does take a lot of time to do research to get you guys this information, so that would help me out. I really would appreciate it. And have a great day.